streaming on Amazon Prime Video. Thinking about this matchup, Kyle, you got me hyped for it, especially with Kuechly and that Panthers defense, but mostly Kuechly and what he has to do against James Conner to stop him, who's been so hot.
It's exciting. 4 straight 100-yard games. And Kuechly and Davis this week are talking about it. And Davis is saying Connor's making people forget about Le'Veon. Kuechly comes out and says he's a beast. What's great about it is that Connor's not going to dance around those guys. Like, Connor is here to hit you and run you over, and so is Kuechly. And it just feels a little retro to me. You don't see a ton of middle linebacker versus feature back matchups anymore. It's why I'm tuning in tonight. Kuechly versus Connor. It's huge.
Panthers are interesting. Norv Turner comes in and takes all the headlines because the offense is so explosive. But remember, Steve Wilks was their defensive coordinator last year. He took a job in Arizona, which leaves Eric Washington to be the defensive coordinator. They add Eric Reed. They add a couple other players like Dante Jackson, the rookie. And I think the defense might be better this year than they were last year. I think the defense in Carolina is the story that no one's talking about. Can't wait to see them and see if they can shut down the Steelers in Pittsburgh.
You know, this offense has been the topic of discussion. You know, it's Le'Veon Bell. Is he going to come back? James Conner, who is he? He steals the show. Antonio Brown, Juju, all these hosts of players, even Vance McDonald, Jesse James, all these different individuals, right? But that defense last week, they showed up and showed out. I mean, that rivalry between the Steelers and the Ravens, and it seemed like the Steelers were hitting a little bit differently. Like, they were hitting a little bit harder. It seemed like every time there was a player tiptoeing around the middle, they ended up on their back. There was one drive route that Crabtree had, and he had the ball in his hands, and boom, he was on his back before he could even look up. So I'm looking at this defense kind of getting going. This could be one of those games where this defense hits this very high-flying, fast-moving offense of the Panthers right in the mouth early in the game, and they control the narrative the rest of the game.
They're tackling like crazy, the Steelers are. So then you look at a guy like Curtis Samuel or McCaffrey or even Cam Newton, who obviously do a lot of the work after the ball's in their hands, and they might be stopped short of what they're used to or what they've been used to on this winning streak because of all of that tackling. For the Panther side of things, those 13, I'll go back to it, 13 turnovers in over a 5-1 stretch. I want to see them take that ball to the house. Only 2 of those were touchdowns. Hopefully we get one under the bright lights on NFL Network.
If the Steelers beat up on the Panthers, do we put them in that Patriots-Chiefs conversation in the AFC, or are we still waiting and saying they're not in that top 2?
The Chiefs, maybe. I can't put them in a conversation with the Patriots. Not right now. The Patriots are their owners, and we know that, and people get pissed off when I say that, but it's true. I look at the other side, too. If Carolina beats them up in Pittsburgh, are they as good as the Saints? I think Carolina might be the best team in football if they win this game tonight, going away. They're that good.
You know, it could be one of them games where Big Ben throws the ball
It's a great game.
45 times, right? We've seen Big Ben drop back, and he's just let it rip if he needs to. It could be Big Ben throwing the ball 45, close to 50 times. Cam Newton throwing it 25 times and being more efficient. I mean, what we've seen out of Cam, and we compared those numbers early in the show, is that Cam is taking less risk running the ball, dropping back and delivering the ball. So Cam could outperform Big Ben at quarterback tonight, and it wouldn't shock me.
Ooh, Big Ben playing at home. Cam, though, with rocking a 67% completion percentage. He's only gone over 60% once in his long career. We'll see how it shakes out.